Board on this computer. All right, we're ready to rock it. So I'm really excited for tonight's topic. I feel like this is something sometimes that we don't chat about enough because we are a very mission-driven company and team. And so a lot of times we can almost feel bad about talking about logistics, but I don't want it to be that way. This is a business and you need to know how to reach the financial goals that you might have for yourself. Also how to set financial goals and how to really reverse engineer them. I think that's like one of my favorite things to do. So that's what I'm excited for tonight is, kind of figuring out how much you want to be earning each and every month and reverse engineering that to make it a reality, because it's very controllable if you kind of take the time to learn how to do it. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Before I get into this, you guys might have heard on the National Makeup Call today, there is a team cup happening in February. So this is company-wide, and it's teams of 5. 1 diamond per team. You don't have to have a diamond, but there can only be 1 per team. We have multiple people who are diamonds and above. This is 5 people teams. So find some friends on the team, post about it. I think that this has always been, I know that the very first time I participated in a team cup, it was February of not last year, but the year before. And that was the first time ever that I hit Success Club. I think it was 36 and I'd never hit over 12. So this was a huge driver for me. There's a lot of really cool prizes. There is the grand prize is a trip to Santa Monica. So holla at your girl if you think you can hit Success Club 30 or above, because we're gonna get to Santa Monica. But pair up, have fun, commit. It's free to sign up for the team cup and you get prizes for hitting Success Club and doing your job. So definitely take advantage of that. I know for me, and I've seen it for a lot of other coaches too, a lot of times the team cup shows you what you're capable of and then it sets a new standard for yourself in your business. So this is really, really cool. Big welcome. I can't see all of our participants right now or I'll get totally sidetracked, but big welcome to the Fit Boss Squad's newest team members. This has been like a crazy, the beginning of the year, it's always we need help. So I'm super excited for you guys. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're excited to have you here. And let's get into the show. So I'm really excited to chat with you guys about this tonight because this is something that mattered to me, right? Like I absolutely am mission driven. I absolutely wanted to make an impact, but I needed to make money too because I hated waiting tables and I did not want to go to a 9-to-5 cubicle kind of job. Now, if you like that, like that's totally fine. But for me, my personality, I just knew that from a very young age that wasn't something that I wanted. And so when I had that opportunity put in front of me that this could be my out, that I could do something I loved and make money doing it, and make more money doing it than I could in like a traditional banking job like I was gonna do, I was like, all right, like tell me what I need to do and I will get to work. So you really need to understand what you want from your business. And this is something that you should be self-assessing, honestly, quite frequently. Just like I have Success Club goals. So I'll kind of tell you guys, I have a goal board in front of me at all times. It's a whiteboard. I got it at Costco. It's like 15 bucks. And it's huge. And it's amazing. And I write it every single month. Like the very first of the month, I sit down. The first thing I do that morning is I write out my goal board for the month. And so I have my goals for where I want to end the month in rankings of the company, how many clients I want to sign up, how many team members I want to sign up, how many people that I want to personally help hit Success Club, how much money I do want to make, and my personal Success Club goals. So that is always sitting right in front of me. And I highly suggest that you start doing this as well. I started this month 1. I was like, okay, I want to make $500. Like that was a huge goal for me. Like I really wanted to make $500 and I did it because I reverse engineered it. And we're going to talk about how you could actually make that happen. But every single month, I just started inching that up. When I wanted to leave my waitressing job, I was like, okay, if I could make $1,000 a week, I'd be making more than I was making as a waitress. So that would be a really comfortable place for me. I said 500 a week, and then I did that, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe 1,000. And it kept inching up until, it came to where I could do this full time. And so it's really, really cool. But you need to kind of self-assess every month. What do you want your business to help you do this month? It's great to have really long-term goals too, and we're going to talk about that in a second here. But I think a lot of times if it's too far off in the future, it's not exciting for us at the moment because it can almost seem really out of reach. So every month, I want you to think, even if this is like month 1 as a coach, what do you want your business to help you do this month? Like, do you want to, and I know something really big for us was we wanted to be able to buy organic groceries, like all the time, like organic meat, because that was always the first thing that we couldn't do. And we hated having to do that. We were very like into natural foods, but sometimes we just couldn't afford it. So I really wanted to be able to buy organic foods. Do you have like a kid who wants to go to dance class or, soccer or something? Like kids sports are expensive. So that's something that you want to be able to do. Maybe you like have this really cool weight loss transformation or you're getting fit and you need cool workout clothes and it'd be really nice to have some extra income to do that. Or like me, maybe you want to start saving, padding a savings account. I didn't have a savings account when I started this. I want to make sure nobody's unmuted. Pay my loans. Yes, woman. Yes, I feel you there. Start padding a savings account. I mean, that was huge. Like, I literally, day one of my business, had $0 in my savings account, had $200 in my checking account, and had credit debt out the wazoo. And I started a business like that, right? So that's why I always tell you guys too, you know, when somebody has money objections, it's not that they have money objections, it's that they have self-belief issues. Because I had all the confidence in the world and no money, and I still took the plunge. I said, you know what? This is my out. Do you want to pay some of the bills in your family? Like, what is it that you want from your business? Once you know that, once you have that driver in front of you every single month, it's so much more exciting to get to work and to see what you can do. And I think that that's huge. And then I want you to also think in terms of the year that you're in. Right? So we're going to talk really long term in a second here, but think about the year that you're in. What do you want to be, you know, where do you want to be in life at the end of this year? You can see really, really cool growth in a year. So I want you to think, like, you know, you could be a little bit selfish here. I think a lot of times with our why, I always have people who are very surface level with it, like, well, I really want to help people get healthy and fit. And I'm like, yeah, so do all of us. That's why we're here as fitness coaches. That's like a part A of the job. You must be that, right? But why do you want to build a business, right? Because we all, you know, maybe you don't even know why quite yet, and you need to dig deep, but we all got here for a reason. So what is it that you want to see from your life? Like, I see a lot of you are saying, like, those student loans. I know I started this business with 40K of student loans, credit card debt. I wanted to get rid of it, right? You want to be able to take your family on vacations. Maybe you need a new car and you haven't been able to put money towards one, and it'd be really cool to finally have a nice, reliable car. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, well, maybe it is like a fancy, I don't know, whatever you want, right? My dream car, it's on my dream board all the time. It's like the boxy Mercedes Jeep looking thing. Oh, gorgeous. Every time I see one in town, I like die because I want it so badly. But you know, maybe you want to contribute more to your family. Something huge for me was to help pay for my wedding. That was something that my family wasn't able to give me. So if I wanted to have a wedding, I needed to pay for it. So what do you want to achieve this year? And I think that when you're like making a goal board, when you're making a vision board, these things should be on there, because if you're looking at it every day, and it's not like, I don't believe in goal boards in the sense that you just put these things on a board and it's all going to magically happen just because you made a goal board, right? But when you see these things every day, it reminds you why you're working so hard. It reminds you why, even when you're having an off day and you don't feel like listening to your personal development, or you don't feel like sending out your invites, or you really don't feel like pressing play on your workout, why you still do it anyway, because it's in front of your face every single day. You're going to take more action because of that. And the more action that you take, the better results that you're going to see. Your action that you take and the results that you see are equal always. The only reason that anybody is where you want to be and you're not is because they're working harder, or they've been working harder for a little bit longer than you. But the cool thing is, you guys, like, I think, and I know I talked to a couple of you about this today, I hope you all caught the National Wake Up Call, because it was fantastic. Bonnie is definitely somebody that I really look up to in this business. I love how she builds. I love the integrity that she has. Her story really speaks to me. She was a top 10 coach her second year in the business. There were tons of other people who signed up that same day as Bonnie, but not all of them, well, none of them ended up being number 2 in the company that year. She worked really hard because, you know why? That girl had some goals. The bank debt collectors were calling her literally every single day. I mean, she had hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and they were calling them, and they were going to lose their house. And that's something that'll drive you to work, right? That will make you work harder. That will make you stay up later. That will make you wake up earlier. That will make you do the things that are uncomfortable so that you can see the growth that you want. So you need to figure out what you want from your life and keep that in front of you at all times. And then think really long-term as well, you know? This is long-term, y'all, right? Like, this is your business. Like, it's great to, like, I always hear people like, oh, you know, I'm thinking, you know, just in like the next couple months here. But I think the biggest harm you can do to your business is giving it like, well, I'm going to try really hard for 3 months and see what happens, right? If you have that mindset, you have the mindset of a quitter. You have the mindset of somebody who is going to fail. You are setting yourself up for failure. So instead, I mean, literally the minute I started this business, I knew, I was like, I can work really hard. There are proven systems. If I do them, I will see success. I mean, I was told that. I believed it. I listened to so many people, any trainings that I could get my hand on. I was a YouTube machine. Nobody had to say, Emily, are you doing your work? Emily, are you doing this? I was a self-starter. I was a go-getter. I remember Angie messaging me, and she's like, so do you understand what a boot camp is? And it was like, it was like 2 weeks in, and I was like, oh yeah, I've already got 7 people signed up for it, and we're starting on Monday. She's like, what? I just, I could look at information and take it because I had this big vision for my life and I believed that I could do it. So what do you want to see in your life? Like 5 years from now from your business, do you want to be full-time coaching? Do you want to be financially free? And I mean, no debt. I mean, you can hang out with your family whenever the heck that you want. Maybe you can bring your spouse home from work if that's a goal for you. Maybe it's not, whatever you want, right? But my big thing is I always want Nick to be able to do work that he enjoys, right? Not just have to do something for a paycheck, but something that he actually enjoys so he can have a happy life. And when we do decide to have children one day, I want to be home with them. And I'm lucky enough now to where that would be a reality, But I think it'd be really cool if he could be as well. And that's something that I definitely didn't have the luxury of as a child with my parents, right? They both worked and we had babysitters like all the time. So I want to be home with them. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do. If somebody invites me on vacation, I don't want to have to say no, because that was the reality of my life for like the last the start of my adulthood. I was in such a bad place financially that I couldn't do things that I wanted to do. I had to do things that I needed to do to survive. And that wasn't a feeling that I wanted to have anymore. How do you want to affect your family, your current situation? Think of these things every day. And when you do, you're going to start seeing yourself take more action. So let's talk about ways to actually earn money, right? So let's talk about this. How can we actually make this a reality? Now, I think it's really important that you get educated. So go into your online office, and I hope that you guys all know this. There's like a slew of information in there, all kinds of training. If you go into your Coach Online office, select news and trading, and you go into training, there's a ton of videos on how to earn income. I mean, YouTube, you guys, I put all of our team calls on YouTube. So do a lot of other top coaches. So you can find all kinds of really cool stuff, but we're going to talk about the basics tonight. And then if you want to learn more about it, go research. Go do some research for yourself and for your business. So the first way that you can earn money, and hopefully you guys can see my notes down here. We'll talk about that in a second. But it's from your clients. Now, this is important. You need to always have a client base, right? So, and if you're just starting your business, that's great. You're going to find your first couple clients. But even as you grow, and let's say you start building a really big, cool team like the Fit Boss Squad, you still need to be bringing in clients because this is what we do, right? We help people get healthy and fit. At the core of our business, that's our main service. That's what we're here for. And this is one way for you to earn an income. There are 4 real ways to earn money in this business. Number 1 would be straight up commissions. We get 25% commission on everything. So you can kind of look at this and decide, okay, how many people do you want to work with? On challenge packs, we get a higher commission. So on the 140 packs, we get 40. This is all US, by the way. I know we have our Canadian girls on here, but this is US info, so do a little bit of conversions. But 140, we get $40. 160 challenge packs, we get $50. 180, we get $60. And on that 199 all access challenge pack, that's so cool and such a great value for your customer. And honestly, the easiest thing I've ever sold in my whole life. I was literally talking to my mentor the other day, and I was like, I could sign people up in my sleep with this. Like, it's such a great value, and I'm having such a fun time with it. It's $70 commission for every single person that joins your boot camp, which is really cool. And then a second way from your clients that you can earn a commission, I guess, or an income is through residuals. So hopefully you guys can see over here on the corner. I'm going to pop these boxes up a little bit. So there's 3 main products that we have for residual. Number 1 would be Shakeology. So I know that as coaches, most of us, hopefully all of us, drink Shakeology on a regular basis. For me, we drank Shakeology before I was a coach because Nick's sister was a coach and we were like health freaks, and I saw the nutritional benefits like immediately. And so then when I was a coach, I was like, this is so cool. Like, I get to get the discount on it, right? So if you're a living, breathing testimonial about what it can do for your health, and if you actually take the time to listen to Darren O'Lean speak about it, Google it. Me and Natalie, I don't know if Natalie's on, I can't see the participants, I imagine she is. We drove 3 hours for Super Saturday so we could listen to Darren O'Lean speak because he was going to be at one in Indianapolis. I have his book, Super Life. We got it as a Success Club prize one month. There's a Shakeology podcast. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff, but educate yourself so that your customers actually see the value in it, right? If you know about it, they'll know about it. Shakeology residual income every month your customer stays on it is $32.50. And you can kind of see how that adds up. We're going to talk about that in a second. The performance line. So there are performance line packs as well. If somebody does the performance stack, which is Energize and Recover, so our pre-workout and post-workout, it's $27.50 residual. And then every time somebody re-ups their annual all access bod, so like next January, that's a $40 commission as well. So you can kind of see here, and I went through, let's pull this up a little bit, what you could do literally in 3 months just by signing up 3 humans each month. So this is now I always tell you guys 3 people is like bare minimum, right? So for me, my first month, I signed up 7. I 7 people, I always try to keep it 5 to 10 or like way more. Like right now, my goal is 20 new clients this month. So that's gonna gradually grow as you go. Like if it's your first month and you're like, you want 20 clients, like maybe hey, you can do whatever you want. I'm sure you can achieve that. If you want that, it is yours. But you don't have to start there, right? Like, so start with 3, start with 5. I'm gonna give you examples for 3 people right here. So let's say month 1, you sign up 3 people with the annual All Access Pack. Just from commissions, that's $210. Now month 2, you've got the 210, and let's say these people stay on Shakeology because you've taught them the value, you have displayed in your challenge group that you drink it every day, you're gonna get that residual income from Shakeology. If you have a coach interview and they are on Shakeology, we don't get commission from coaches Shakeology as they go. So we get volume from that, but not like a straight commission because they're getting it discounted for 25% off. So there's no room there for us to earn anything. But let's say, so this customer, right? So they stay on Shakeology. So let's say all 3 of them stay on. That's another $100 that month. So that's $307 your first or your second month. And then month 3, you sign up 3 new people again. So that's $210 plus that 97 from the month prior, plus another 97, and you're at $405 in month 3. So that's a grand total in your first 3 months of almost $1,000, $922. Now let's amplify this for a second. I always tell you guys, right? Like month 1, I worked with 7 people. Well, okay, so let's see with the $70 pack that we have now, and I signed people up with a $220 pack of P90X3. The most expensive pack that we had, not because it was the most expensive pack, but because I love P90X3. I mean, that's my jam, and nobody questioned me about it because I was so passionate. 7 people, that would be $490 commission month 1. Assuming those people stay on Shakeology, let's see, we've got 7 times 32 equals $224 your next month. If you worked with the 7 new people, you're at $700 your second month. I mean,